McCown, hits fifth and plays left. Jace Bailey is in center, hitting sixth. Alex Royko in right. Garrett Fisher, the DH, and Nick Keller rounds out the nine for the Greeley Grays. They'll go up against Zach Given, the Collegian's best pitcher, I would say, here in 2020. Looking to cement that position here tonight in his final start. First pitch to Miguel is high for ball one, and away we go one last time, at least for me here, from Scotty. They'll go up against Zach Given, the Collegian. Given the lefty into the windup, delivers a fastball swing and a miss. Miguel even in the count, 1-1. Left-on-left matchup between the left-hander on the hill from the University of Massachusetts, Zach Given, left-handed hitting shortstop, Brady Miguel. 1-1 on the black, called strike two. Change up that time from Given, and he works ahead in 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Zach Given so far this season has worked the most innings out of any Collegian starter with a respectable .290 ERA to go with it.
Misses high and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
40 1/3 innings entering this start today.
Yeah, he has been terrific for the Collegians. Started the year coming out of the pen, but has since moved into a starting role and done well. So he throws one over the head of Miguel. The count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just underway here from Boulder, Colorado. First batter of our ball game between the Greeley Grays and the Boulder Collegians. This one popped high in the air, back behind shortstop. Cherokee LeBeau out to grab it. He shades his eyes from the sun and makes the catch for the first out. So that'll bring up Grant Gurrell with 1 away. First right-handed batter of the day against the left-hander Given. Defense behind Zach looks like this. His brother Jake does the catching, as he usually does when Zach's on the hill. First pitch to Gurrell. Fastball right there for strike 1. Brendan Nolte gets the start at first base. Second base is Johnny Sukor. Shortstop Cherokee LeBeau. Third baseman John Sorensen, 0-1. Clips the bottom of the zone. A nice fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. And Gurrell quickly in a hole. Outfield tonight for the Collegians is a little bit interesting. They have 2 catchers in the outfield. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mark Goodman just trying to get some different guys some at-bats, and, well, you got to find a place to put them in the field. And Doug Blankenship starts in left, Joe Ungaro in center, and Hunter Pierce in right. 1-2, misses high, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gurrell. Two out of the windup, fouled to the screen. And Gurrell stays alive, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game time temperatures here in Boulder, just around 90 degrees. Sunny, not really any clouds to speak of. Couple out to our right, but nothing threatening of rain or anything like that. 2-2. Ground ball through the hole into right field. And it's a base hit for Grant Gurrell. He got it in off the hands, but hit it where they ain't, and he's aboard. So 1 out base runner ahead of the heart of the order, and beginning that, Dominic Signorelli. Given will want a new baseball, and he'll get one. Collegians in the baby blues with the navy blue sleeves. Red Boulder across the front, right numerals, Red Sox, red belts. And then the navy blue hat with the baby blue brim and the lowercase BC across the front. First pitch to Signorelli. That's right on the outside corner. Excellent pitch from Given as he spotted that fastball well so far. It's strike 1. The 0-1 swing and a miss. He pulled the string on Signorelli, a changeup out of the zone, and Signorelli decided to take a cut at it and probably wishes he hadn't. He's down 0-2. The Grays, as well you might imagine, are wearing gray. They're the away team, and, well, that's their name. Got gray jerseys with blue pinstripes. 0-2, that's inside. Not a bad pitch, no balls and 2 strikes from Zach Given. Gray's blue numerals, blue grays across the front, gray caps with a blue bill and a blue G. 1-2, changing the eye level a bit at Given misses with a high fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. It's a little bit in, and the count again full, now this time to Dominic Signorelli. Johnny Sukor will move off the bag just a bit. I mean, he was playing really close, even for double play depth. But he'll take a few steps to his left over at second base. Here comes the 3-2. And pulling that one a little bit is Given as he misses outside, and Signorelli's down to first with the game's first walk. And now 2 runners aboard for Thomas Alexander. Signorelli down at first, Garrell at second. Here's Thomas Alexander, right-handed hitting first baseman. He's rocking the faux hawk look underneath the helmet. That's kind of fallen out of fashion in recent years, but Signorelli still has it going. Ground ball off of the umpire, and, well, we know what that means. A base hit for Thomas Alexander, and he's aboard at first, and the bases are loaded. That was a tailor-made double play ball, other than the fact that it caught the blue out there. We had the same play. Was it last game, or was it the game before?
I don't quite remember exactly. I think it was the game before.
Had a ball catch. The umpire, actually our umpire behind the plate tonight, had it catch him in the leg, trying to get out of the way of it in front of second base. It, again, would have been a double play ball. So the Collegians face some not-so-great luck again. Bases juiced for Ryan McCown. First pitch to McCown in the dirt, blocked by Jake Given behind the dish. That one was hit right towards Cherokee LeBeau, just came off the umpire's left leg. He couldn't lean out of the way. Now Zach Given's going to have to pull a magic act. 1-0 swing and a miss, and that changeup will certainly help with that. Comes the 1-1 to McCown. Swing and a miss. Again, a changeup, and he's in a 1-2 hole. Bases loaded here in the top of the first inning. 1 away for the Collegians and Zach Given.
And so far early on in this start, we've seen Zach Given able to work ahead of hitters in this top of the first inning. Hasn't been able to finish off the
1-2 down the line. Foul balls. Nolte dove for it, but no reason to, as it drifted foul at just the last moment. I say no reason to, but it's probably a good thing Brennan did, because that was going to be really close. No way to tell if it was going to be fair or foul until the last second. But it was a foul ball, and we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan McCown. Bases full of grays, and 1 away. Given takes a breath out of the stretch. Here he comes, 1-2, and he comes in and hits Ryan McCown. And you never want to hit a guy when he has 2 strikes on him, especially when the bases are loaded, and that one's got to sting for Zach Given as the first run of the ball game touches home plate and Grant Garrell, and it's 1-0 Grays with the bases still juiced, and Jace Bailey to the dish.
That's what I was saying before that foul ball. Zach Given has been able to work ahead of these Greeley Grays hitters, but he hasn't been able to finish off the at-bats.
First pitch to Bailey misses, I'm not sure where, I guess outside. And it's ball 1.
And Zach Given clearly frustrated with the umpire. He slammed his glove against his thigh after that call.
His 1-0 working quickly back up the middle. It goes through into center field for a base hit. In to score is Signorelli. They wave Alexander around. There will be no throw. And it is 3-0 Greeley. And this inning has gone from bad to worse for Zach Given. And boy, what a tough start for him. I mean, you get those 2 runners on, but then you have the tailor-made double play ball. It comes off of the umpire. You hit a guy with 2 strikes with the bases loaded, and now just a little nubber up the middle for a base hit and 2 RBIs for Jace Bailey. And Alex Ryoko going to try and get it keep it going anyway as he swings and misses. 4 strike 1. Things just not going Zach Given's way here in the first. 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. This time Given's got it. He'll go the easy way to first. and get the out. And probably would have had a chance at a double play, but I don't think it crossed his mind. So he was just content to get the out. And now runners at second and third with Garrett Fisher at the plate and 2 away.
He might have had time to go to second base, as you mentioned, but
I think he's just a little frustrated out there, didn't really think about it. First pitch to the DH Fisher, chopped foul towards the Collegiate dugout.
never a bad thing to get the sure out at first base, though. Now, even though you have 2 runners in scoring position, as long as you get 1 more out, you can escape this inning with just the 3 runs allowed.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. These Greeley Grays have not been playing baseball for all that long. Only since the 3rd of July. They're 3-3. Meanwhile, the Collegians 19-15. Fastball in for strike 2. Given just needs 1 more of those to get out of here. But still a couple of runners on base in scoring position. Here's the 1-2. Outside, not a bad pitch, but it misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Garrett Fisher. Two, fastball sprayed foul, and we'll do it again. The Grays are out of the Mile High Baseball League. If you remember, the Colorado Springs Outlaws used to play there until this year, now part of the RMBL. So it's been all league games, it looks like, so far for Greeley. Played the NoCo Roughnecks, Colorado Cyclones, 1-2 swing and a miss, or 2-2 rather. It matters very little as Fisher swings and misses, and he has gone on strikes to end this first inning. So a couple tough breaks in the inning for Zach Given, and it's 3-0 Greeley. As we head to the bottom of the first, Collegians already got some work to do when we come back on the Collegiate Broadcast Network. On to the bottom of the first here in Boulder, Colorado. The Boulder Collegians and the Greeley Grays on the Collegiate Broadcast Network. John Sorensen leads things off for Boulder in their first go-around at the plate. They're down 3-0 after some tough luck for Zach Given in the top half of the inning. First pitch to Sorensen. Misses for ball 1. Sorensen will be followed by Hunter Pierce. Then Joe Ungaro, Kade Nelson, Brennan Nolte, Cherokee LeBeau. 1 misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Jake Given hit 7th, then Johnny Sukor and Doug Blankenship. 2-0 pitch to the left-handed hitting Sorensen. That's high and outside. 3-0. Sorensen, a fair fair amount of starts for the Collegians this year, but not too many leading off games. In fact, I think this might be his first time in the leadoff role. Pitch in for a strike. 3-1 to John. And again on the black from the Greeley Grays pitcher Alex Potter. Potter making his second appearance of the year for Greeley. Here comes his 3-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Alex works all the way back through the count to get John Sorensen on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the first. And now Hunter Pierce up to the plate. Pierce out in right field this evening. He takes strike one right down the middle from Alex Potter. Potter out of Northeast Community College, not to be confused with Northeastern College. That one's in for strike two. Northeastern College up in Sterling, Colorado. Meanwhile, Northeast out in Nebraska. The 0-2, fastball. Pierce tries to check his swing, is unable to on some high cheddar from Alex Potter, and he has gone on strikes for the second out. So Potter making quick work of the Collegians' order thus far, and now Joe Ungaro trying to at least put a ball in play here in this first inning. Won't do it there as that one comes up and in and buzzes the tower for ball one. Greeley up 3-0, bottom of the first inning. 1-0, fouled to the screen. Count even on Joe Ungaro. Joe was, for a little while, ever since the trip to Kansas, one of the Collegians' hottest hitters. He's cooled off a little bit since then, took an 0 for 4 last game. This time gets a fastball and lines it into center field for a base hit. Joe picking up where he left off before the Liberal BJs came to town, as he's on board with a one-out single, or a two-out single, pardon. And here comes Kade Nelson. Nelson, the DH tonight for Mark Goodman. Left-handed batter who is, for some reason, wearing sleeves. I don't know why. It's hot. The pitch misses upstairs, and, well, there's some guys who, they wear sleeves no matter what it's like. This is the first time I've ever seen Kade Nelson wear sleeves. I don't know what motivated him to wear them tonight, as it's 90 degrees outside, but who knows? He fouls it off. He tried to match the Collegians' red, but didn't quite get there. They're more of a plum color. But he tried. 1-1 on him after the foul ball. Next offering, fastball that misses upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Nelson hasn't seen too much playing time since coming back from Kansas. Out there, he was the starting first baseman the whole series. Fly ball to left field, long run, and in and out of the glove of Ryan McCown. He got to the ball in time, but it just popped right out of his glove. And, all right, Nelson is aboard at first. I mean, he ran it down in time. It wasn't like he had to reach for it or anything. It looked fairly routine at that point, and he just couldn't hang on to it. So Nelson to first on the E7, and Joe Ungaro makes it all the way to third.
Perhaps just took his eye off the ball at the last minute. Took it for granted that he had it in his glove.
Yeah, I don't know. That was strange. Now Brennan Nolte has a chance to take advantage of the mistake. Gets a fastball that he likes, but fouls it right to the screen. I mean, that was a pitch to hit, but he just missed it. Nolte, a .295 hitter thus far this summer. A 0-1 offering. That's there for strike 2. Runners on the corners, 2 out for the Collegians in their half of the first. Down 3-0. They could really use at least one of these runs that are out there. It's up to Brennan Nolte to get him in. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball, a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the first baseman. Boulder, in their last few, split a series with the Liberal BJs here at Scott Carpenter Park, winning a narrow first game and then getting well, blown out in the second. Runner takes off from first. Ground ball to short, right at the shortstop Miguel, who fires to first for the out. So the Collegians unable to take advantage of the E7 with 2 away, and they are left empty-handed here in the bottom of the first. Still 3-0 Greeley. On to our second inning here from Scotty. Three nothing Greeley as we head on to inning number 2 from Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder. Zach Given ready to go back to work on the mound, hoping things can go a little more his way this inning. Certainly he wasn't lights out in the first inning, but should have had a double play to get him out of the inning. It went off the umpire. I mean, he hit a batter with the bases loaded. Nothing really went well. But he'll try and clean it up here in the second as he pumps in strike 1 to Nick Keller. His 0-1 in the dirt. A ball on the strike to the 9-hole hitting catcher. 9-1-2 in the inning for Greeley. 1-1 from Given. Fastball on the black. Ball in 2 strikes.
And he certainly did encounter his fair share of bad luck last inning. Hopefully we'll see if he can work to finish these hitters when he gets ahead like he has.
1-2, that's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, curveball in for strike 3 called, and Keller is gone for the first out. He gets caught looking at one, and now Brady Miguel will have his second chance. First pitch to Miguel, swing and a miss. Shadows starting to grow a little bit here in Boulder. Nothing really, just the poles making their way across the field. 0-1, that's in the dirt. Ball and a strike. Not too much breeze, just a little one blowing right to left, but really not much to speak of. Maybe hoping to cool things down a little bit, though. 1-1. Breaking ball that drifts outside. 2 balls and a strike to the leadoff man, Miguel.
Still a cool 90 degrees here in Boulder, Colorado.
2-1. Whoa, that comes inside, and Miguel has to lean out of the way. He works ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Didn't have a great cut at the first pitch he saw, but since then has been able to lay off and get himself in a good position. 3-1, fouled off of somebody down there, whether it was an umpire or a catcher, couldn't tell. But everybody seems to be okay. The count full 3-2 on Miguel. Given rocks into his motion, delivers, And Miguel goes after ball 4, but have to protect 3 and 2. So not a bad cut as he fouls it away. Given's shown him 2 straight fastballs. See what he goes with here, 3 and 2. Does he have the confidence to go to a breaking ball or a changeup in this count? Here comes 3 and 2. It's a fastball called strike 3. Another backwards K in the book for Zach Given as he gets Miguel looking with an inside fastball. That one had a little bite to it as well.
Yeah, perfect location right on the inside edge of the strike zone. And Miguel didn't really have a chance at pulling the trigger on that one before it went right by him.
Grant Gurrell, the batter, pops this one up down the right field line. Nolte will give it a look, but it's out of play. Given again works ahead of a batter. Is up in the count on Gurrell.
Now that's 3 consecutive strikeouts by Zach Given, going back to the ending of the top of the first inning.
0-1, that's right down the pipe. Again, that fastball has a little bit of bite to it for Given, and I think it fooled Gurrell there, and he just let it go. Now he's going to have to take the bat off of the shoulder, 0-2. Given working quickly, here he comes. Shows Gurrell something outside. Not all that close to the zone, and Grant lays off for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch from Zach Given. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches. The Grays strike out in order here in the second inning. Great response from Zach Given as he works a clean second inning. And it's still 3-0 Greeley. Collegians looking to give their pitcher some support when we come back on the Collegiate Broadcast Network. Cherokee LeBeau will lead off the bottom of the second inning, playing in his last Collegians game here this evening. First pitch to the shortstop misses high for ball 1. Collegians down 3-0 to the Greeley Grays here in the last of the second. Cherokee pops this one foul out of play. Cherokee not the only one in his last game with the Collegians here this evening. I'm also here in my last game with Boulder. He 1-1 to LeBeau. It's upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. I'm sure we'll get into it more later, but just a big thank you to everyone who's tuned in here in my last ball game. Ryan Latica will take you the rest of the way through the Collegian season. 2-1 to the screen from LeBeau. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We sure do appreciate you being with us here this evening and all season long. 2-2 pitch on the way to Cherokee. Breaking ball, hit up the middle. Able to range over and get to it is Miguel, but it comes off his chest. And LeBeau reaches here to start the second inning, or the bottom of the second anyway. We'll have to see what our official scorer says about that. He says E6. I tend to agree. But the Collegians will take base runners any way they can get them. And they hope to take more advantage of this error than the one in the first, which they left a couple of runners on. First pitch the way of Jake Given is low for ball 1.
That was just a slow grounder right up the middle that Miguel couldn't get a clean handle on. Bobbled it a little bit, and that allowed LeBeau to be safe at first.
1-0. Given goes after a fastball over his head for strike one. That one wasn't very close at all. Count even 1-1. Pickoff move to first. LeBeau steps back on the bag. Saw a Collegiate player, I think it was Nick Arrivo, get picked off doing that the other night. 1-1. Fastball is upstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Arrivo just a little bit too casual with the stepping back in to the first base bag on the pickoff attempt. And
2-1. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. Miguel picks it up, flips to second for 1. The return throw just in time to get Given. The 6-4-3 double play, and no one's happier about that than Brady Miguel. He atones for his error to begin the inning by taking him right off the base paths with the double play. And so the bases are empty for Johnny Sukor. Sukor, left-handed hitting batter against the right-hander Alex Potter. First pitch from Potter to Sukor on the black for strike one. Johnny's been seeing some more playing time lately. Gets the start at second base tonight. 0-1. Ground ball up the middle and diving but under his glove for Brady Miguel. And it's a base hit for Johnny Sukor with 2 away. So Sukor on base ahead of Doug Blankenship. Collegians go to the bottom of their order. Chance to try and get something started here with 2 away. Double play bleakening their hopes here in the second inning. First one to Blankenship. Comes inside for ball 1. Doug, and along with Sukor at first, an avid golfer. He and Nick Arrivo are going to go play around tomorrow. 1-0, swing and a miss as he gets a changeup, and way out in front was Blankenship. Going to go play, I think, at Twin Peaks Golf Course. I've never played there. It is a Collegiate favorite. I know some guys played there last year. 1-1. Fastball hit down the line in right, chasing it over and making the catch is Alex Rucco as he secures it over his shoulder, and that will end the inning. So again, the Collegians get a couple of base runners on, can't do anything with them. They're still down 3-0 as we head to the third inning here from Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder.
Dominic Signorelli standing in for his second at-bat of the day. First pitch from Zach Given is a fastball that misses inside for ball 1. Following that tough top of the first inning, Zach Given now riding 4 consecutive strikeouts, and the 1-0 misses low and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Struck out Garrett Fisher to end the first inning. Then Nick Keller, Brady Miguel, and Grant Garrell all went down on strikes. Signorelli threatening to break that streak. He has run the count to 3-0. And here comes the pitch from Given. He swings and hits it on the ground at first. Nolte knocks it down, and he will make the underhand flip to his pitcher covering at the bag for the first out.
That's not what you want if you're Signorelli up 3-0 and you hit a little chopper to first. That just got on top of a pitch that he thought he might be able to drive, get the hands to. Didn't really do that. And he's retired.
So here's Thomas Alexander. First baseman singled his first time up in the first inning. First pitch missing down low and inside. 1-0 on Alexander. Here's the 1-0. And this one is hit on the ground, foul up the third baseline, and the count runs even. You could see the visible frustration from Zach Given in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. Missing outside, 2-1. And I think that he has been able to use that to his advantage. 2-1, missing inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. He's now set down 6 consecutive hitters. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Alexander goes for the high fastball but can't catch up. And the count is full. Here's the 3-2. And fouled straight back into the backstop. Given is working quickly on the mound. His pitches have good bite to him, good velocity early on. And he looks like a completely different pitcher from that first inning. Here's the payoff pitch. And this one is popped out into fairly deep center field. Going back is Ungaro, still going back, and it's over his head. He can't make the catch. Meanwhile, flying around second is Alexander. And he will put the brakes on at third base. A stand-up, one-out triple from Alexander.
That's one of those you feel that if Luca Dincola was out there in center, it would have been caught. Joe does a good job out in right, but for whatever reason, when he gets out of right field and is in center, it just isn't the same for him. I mean, he's out of position, and you've seen him miss a couple. That was no easy or catch or give me, but I feel like he just got turned around a little bit out there. It's different reading the ball in center field than it is in right. And I think it just throws Joe off when he gets put out in center.
So here's Ryan McCown. He fouled the first pitch off. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses 1-1. McCown was hit by a pitch his first time up, forced in Greeley's first run of the game. Now the 1-1 on the outside edge, called strike 2. Strikeout would be huge for Boulder's cause here. Runner on third with only 1 out. Following the triple. 1-2, missing down low. Couldn't get him to chase the low fastball. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 already for Zach Given. That is a huge second out. As now it'll take a 2-out base hit from Jace Bailey to drive in that 4th Greeley run. Given trying to retire the side right now. First pitch missing high and outside for ball 1.
The most strikeouts in a game from Given this year was against the Colorado Springs Outlaws back on the 18th of June. He tossed 7 of them through 5 innings. So definitely on pace to eclipse that here tonight.
Now the 1-0 also misses high and outside. He is behind 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. Chopped straight back foul. Bailey hit that 2-run single right back up the middle in the first inning to give Greeley the 3-0 lead they have right now. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. 2-1 is a rocket out into left field. Coming in is Blankenship, and he lays out and makes the catch. Look at the catcher out in the outfield, flashing the leather, saving a run, and that will get the Collegians off the field. And his teammates are having some fun with him on the way back into the dugout. It's 3-0. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning here at Scott Carpenter Park. Aided by a spectacular catch out in left field by Doug Blankenship. Now the Collegians come back to the plate in the bottom of the third inning. John Sorensen standing in, and the first pitch misses for ball one. 1-0, he swings and pops it straight back foul.
Yeah, fantastic catch out in left field from Doug Blankenship is not some words I would have thought would be uttered about, I don't know, a month ago, yesterday, I don't know. I mean, geesh.
The 1-1, misses, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 also missing high, and Sorensen in the driver's seat, 3 balls and 1 strike. He takes a big swing, is not able to connect, and the count goes full. Boulder with 2 hits through the first 2 innings. Payoff pitch is on the ground right back to Potter. He snares it and throws on to first. 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning.
Our guy Josue Rivera is down in front, or behind the dish, I guess, in front of the stands with the radar gun tracking Potter's pitching. Looks like he's sitting about mid-80s to high 80s with that fastball, anywhere between 85 and 87, according to Josue.
Hunter Pierce standing in. He swings and misses at the first pitch, low and in the dirt. Here's the 0-1 now to Pierce, and he takes it for strike 2. Both pitchers working with a good pace here early on. Now here's the 0-2. And that's right there for strike 3. 3-pitch see you later to Hunter Pierce, and he is now 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Now with 2 outs, Joe Ungaro standing in. He owns one of Boulder's 2 hits tonight. Here's the first pitch. Drops in there for a called first strike. Now the 0-1. And that's also strike 2. Alex Potter just pounding the strike zone early on. The 0-2. And that one drops in there for strike 3. What a dominant inning that was. Couple strikeouts, and 1-2-3 go the Collegians in the third. Still 3-0 Greeley. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning here at Scott Carpenter Park. You're listening on Mixler. Zach Given's evening is done as Ben Kowalski comes on in relief here in the top of the 4th inning. Didn't get off to the greatest start, but finishes setting down 8 of the last 9 hitters he faces. Now Ben Kowalski's first pitch is wrapped right back up the middle and into center field for a leadoff single by Alex Rocco.
Yeah, Given taken off the hill early. He was only going to pitch 3 innings tonight because his coaches at the University of Massachusetts said, hey, we want you to throw 40 innings this summer. And that 3rd inning was his 40th inning. So he is done for the summer and for the evening. And you know what? Other than that 1st inning, a great way to finish the year for Zach Given. I mean, you get the striking out the side and then another good inning working out of danger to end your summer.
So the first pitch to Garrett Fisher misses high for ball 1. Fisher struck out swinging against Given to end that 1st inning. Now the 1-0 from Kowalski. Runner takes off. Pitch misses high and inside, and the throw is nowhere close. So an easy stolen base for Alex Rocco.
Yeah, Zach Given finishes his year a 2.90 ERA in 40.1 innings pitched. Hopefully coach doesn't get too upset. Struck out 40 in 40 innings. That's a solid number. Only walked 19.
2-0 is a breaking ball that drops in there for strike 1.
Overall, a great summer for Zach Given, and I think his coaches are going to be really pleased with what they saw this summer from him, and I think he's going to go back to the UMass with some good confidence.
Here's the 2-1. Kowalski lands it in there for a called strike 2. The count goes even on Fisher. Runner on second here to lead off the top of the 4th inning. And here's the 2-2, and that one is lined back up the middle, speared by Sukor, and the throw over will not be in time. It's an infield single for Garrett Fisher. Alex Rocco advances up to 3rd base.
Yeah, Sukor may now have made the play on Fisher at first, but he prevents probably the run from Rocco in scoring by knocking that one down.
But now Nick Keller standing in an enviable situation. Runners on the corners and nobody out. First pitch, he swings, foul tips it into the glove of Jake Given behind home plate.
Yeah, Keller, who was part of that 1-2-3 strikeout inning for Zach Given, probably not too sad that he's gone.
Here's the 0-1. That one bounced to the plate. Good stop by Given. And the count goes even. It was the 6th hit for the Greeley Grays. That single by Garrett Fisher. Here's the 1-1. And that one misses outside. 2-1 now on Keller. Here comes the 2-1 now from Kowalski, and that one misses inside. And he is now in danger of walking the bases loaded. The top of the lineup looms in Brady Miguel on deck. Here's the 3-1. And this one is on the ground to second. Sukor bobbles it, and they're not going to get an out on the play. A run comes in to score. Hard to say if they would have been able to turn 2, but Sukor on that ground ball just kicked it toward the shortstop LeBeau, and everybody's safe.
Yeah, not what you want if you're Ben Kowalski on the mound. You're already struggling. You finally get that ground ball you need to try and start getting your way out of this inning, and then the defense doesn't help you out any.
So now squaring to bunt is Brady Miguel. And takes strike 1. 2 singles and an error to lead off this inning. And now Greeley holds a 4-0 lead over the Collegians. Now Kowalski will fake a pickoff move to second base. Now back on the rubber. Runners on first and second, still nobody out. Now the 0-1 to the plate. Miguel again scoring to bunt, but he pushes it foul. Now with 2 strikes, he's got to be absolutely sure he can get it down if he's going to try again. Otherwise, you may see John Sorensen back up just a little bit. Now the 0-2 on its way from Kowalski. But before we'll have another fake pickoff move, he chases Garrett Fisher back to the second base bag. Nick Keller standing on first. He reached on the error. Now here's the 0-2. It's taken high and outside.
This is where Kowalski needs to be aggressive. Go get this guy, whether you want him to hit it on the ground, but attack this guy after putting 3 guys on.
The 1-2 is hit the opposite way to Blankenship and left. He comes in, he makes the catch, and a strong throw gets away at second base momentarily, but good backup by Brennan Nolte, the first baseman, will keep Fisher right there.
I like the idea from Blankenship. I don't know if Fisher was far enough off the bag to warrant the throw. Not a bad idea to try and get him.
Also a little ambitious for a catcher in left field to try and get the outfield assist there.
He's got the arm. He says, I've thrown guys out at second before. I'll do it again.
So that's the first out, and standing in is Grant Gurrell. First pitch is taken for strike 1. It would be huge for Kowalski to escape this inning with only the 1 run allowed. A ground ball right at someone can end this frame. Here's the 0-1. And that one just missed, apparently. The count goes even. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gurrell. 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Now here's the 1-1. And a half-hearted swing. I don't think he wanted to go all the way, but he went far enough for strike 2. He was fooled badly on that off-speed pitch. Long hold by Kowalski, really checking on Fisher at second. Now here's the pitch, and he just gets a piece of it to foul straight back.
Yeah, Kowalski going with that breaking ball again. Slider that was not in the location he wanted. He's lucky Gurrell was sitting dead red right there, as Gurrell just had to reach out and poke it foul, but that was a hanger for sure from Kowalski.
1-2. Here's the pitch from Kowalski, and that one misses high and inside. Gets away for a moment from Jake Given, but he's able to go retrieve it. And the count goes even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Runner takes off, and it's fouled straight back. Long battle here brewing between Ben Kowalski and Grant Gurrell. And in these long situations, it pays to be the runner on deck. That way you can kind of see the full arsenal of the new pitcher. The 2-2. And just chopped foul at home plate. Gurrell just got a piece of it. And we'll do it once more. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defense playing at double play depth all around, hoping for a ground ball. Here's the 2-2. Low and in the dirt outside. And the count runs full. We've seen Fisher and Keller be aggressive on the base paths earlier in this at bat, we may see them take off here with the full count. And time is called at home plate just as Kowalski enters his windup.
It's always dangerous when you have a pitcher ready to pitch and he winds up. And most of the time you'll see the guy just deliver the pitch to prevent an injury, but Kowalski wasn't deep enough into his motion, I think, to warrant that.
So here comes the payoff pitch. Runner's not going, and it's lined up into center field for a base hit. Fisher is getting a green light around third base, and the throw in is not in time. It's an RBI single off the bat of Grant Garrell, and Greeley extends their lead to 5-0. Wasn't hit very hard, but out of the reach of Sukor. Not allowed Fisher to come around and score successfully from second base. Moving up to second is the catcher, Nick Keller. And that'll bring up Dominic Signorelli. Same situation. Runners on first and second. Still one out. Fresh count, though. Signorelli swings at the first pitch and comes up empty.
Kowalski desperately needs an out right here, trying to prevent this inning from becoming totally crazy and really putting this ball game out of reach.
Here's the 0-1, missing high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Signorelli. Dominic, like Garrell before him, well, actually, I was about to say he's 1 for 2, but he walked in that first inning, so officially 0 for 1. Here's the 1-1. And hacked foul is that offering. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He did score a run in that first inning, though. Grounded out to first base in his last at bat. 5-0. Greeley leads the Boulder Collegians here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 runs already home. Here's the 1-2. Taken outside, and the count goes even.
Similar to Given before him, or at least Given back in the first inning, Kowalski's been able to work ahead of some batters, just hasn't gotten many outs.
2-2 is lined down the right field line. That will drop fair. Coming around third is Nick Keller, and Grant Garrell will be stopped at third base on the RBI double by Dominic Signorelli. It is now 6-0 Greeley. Kowalski just can't put these Greeley hitters away.
Again, gets another hitter down to his final strike. I mean, he's gotten 2 strikes on 4 of the 6 hitters in this inning.
So now 6-0 as Thomas Alexander stands back in. First pitch misses down low and away for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 on its way now, and this one is chopped on the ground at third. Sorensen tries for the tag at third, and he is unable to get the out, and everybody will be safe.
That just wasn't the play there for Sorensen. Granted, looking back, but you got to get the sure out at first. With things really just unraveling here, you need an out, and that just wasn't the right play for John there.
Absolutely. You had the second out easily on a routine ground out to third, but trying to be a little bit of a hero is John Sorensen, and they don't get anybody. Now standing in, Ryan McCown takes the first pitch for strike 1. Bases are loaded now with 1 out. The 0-1 is slapped straight back foul. Now it'd have to be a fielder's choice, right?
Yeah, fielder's choice, but no outs to come with it.
Bases are loaded, 1 out. See if Kowalski can put him away. 0-2, and the pitch goes to the backstop. but Jake Given able to scramble back there quickly, and no advancement is made by any of the Greeley runners. Boulder caught a little bit of a break. That ball just hit the padding and died behind the backstop. Didn't bounce away or anything. That allowed Given to get back there quickly. Not a whole lot of room in foul territory behind home plate. The 1-2 is also low and away, and the count goes even.
Well, again, got 2 strikes on a guy. Needs to find some kind of way to put him away.
Bases are full of Grays here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-2. And chopped. No, swing and a miss. First, I wasn't sure if McCown had chopped it foul at home plate, but it's a strikeout swinging, and Kowalski has his second out. Now the 9th man to hit here in the 4th inning, Jace Bailey. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And that one's right there for strike 1. 6-0. The Greeley Grays lead Boulder here in the 4th inning. I'm Ryan Latica, joined by Ethan Jordan in the booth. We appreciate you listening in. Here's the 1-1. Slap over the backstop, foul. And Kowalski is a strike away from getting out of this inning without any more damage being done. He is ahead in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. And this one is lined out to right field for Pierce, going down to a knee, but he will make the catch and finally end the inning. But 9 men come to the plate, 3 score after some questionable defensive plays made by Boulder. We will head to the home half of the 4th inning with the home 9 trailing by 6. You're listening to Collegians Baseball on Mixler.
Kade Nelson.
So Boulder with some work to do here. Kade Nelson standing in, first pitch swinging, flies it out to fairly deep right field. Rocco going back, and did he make that catch? He did. As he crashes into the right field wall, reaching out, and that is about as long of an out as you can make, at least going that way out to right field, and it's now Brennan Nolte's turn.
Ryoko had to chase that one into the corner almost as it started to drift to his right, or to our right rather.
First pitch is in there, strike 1 to Nolte.
I think if Nelson hadn't tailed that one off so much and hit almost a draw type golf shot, he would have had it out of here, but it had that spin to it that let it drift right rather than straight out.
Now the 0-1 misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now time is called at home plate. Greeley doing pretty much everything right here to start this ball game. The 1-1 on the outside edge, called strike 2.
Yeah, for as much as the offense has done, Alex Potter's been what the driving force. He's been terrific, just tearing through this collegiate order.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 on the evening for Alex Potter. Yeah, he's just running roughshod right through this lineup. Here comes Cherokee LeBeau's turn. He reached on the error by Brady Miguel, the shortstop, back in the second inning. Trying to find his way back on base here in the fourth inning. First pitch misses down low for ball 1. The 1-0 now from Potter on its way. And that one misses in a similar spot. Potter into his windup. Here's the 2-0. And again, down low. LeBeau can really pick out and wait for what he wants. Pitch he really likes here. 3 balls and no strikes. And LeBeau thought it was ball 4, took a couple steps toward first, but called strike 1 by the home plate umpire.
And that one was just on the knees of LeBeau. He probably thought it was a little lower than that. Just skims the zone.
But I'll have to stand in for at least one more. Here's the 3-1 now to LeBeau. He pops it up, foul territory, and that will get out of play along the first base side.
So now what do you do here if you're Cherokee LeBeau? You thought you had ball 4, but now you got to really dig in and battle. Now the count's full. Might see another fastball, though, here from Potter.
3-2, and there is ball 4, although I think Greeley's entire infield thought it was strike 3.
It was awfully close. Potter went with the breaking ball on 3-2. LeBeau was able to lay off, but that didn't miss by much.
Maybe perhaps a makeup call. And now it'll be up to Jake Given to keep this rally going here with 2 outs. First pitch from Potter. And that one misses high for ball 1. That's the first walk issued by Potter so far tonight. Just allowed a couple of singles. Other than that, here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Given was sitting on a fastball there, and I don't know if it was a changeup, but Potter took a little bit off of it. It wasn't his A-plus fastball. Given was out ahead.
Now here's the 1-1, and that's right there for strike 2. Given grounded into that 6-4-3 double play his first time up. And now the 1-2 is chopped foul. Weekly dribbled up the third baseline, and we'll do it again. Given trying to extend the inning for Johnny Sukor. 6-0. His club trails here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Now the 1-2 again. Right there, called strike 3. The 2-out walk does not hurt the Greeley Grays. And we are through 4 here at Scott Carpenter Park. Boulder trailing 6-0 to Greeley. And we'll be back. You're listening to Boulder Collegians Baseball on Mixler.
6-0 Greeley as we move on to the 5th inning of play here from Boulder, Colorado. Greeley Grays and the Boulder Collegians in inter-league action on the Collegiate Broadcast Network. Ethan Jordan and Ryan Latica along with you this evening. Just at the foot of the Flatirons here in Boulder, Colorado. Ben Kowalski goes back to work on the mound for Boulder. He'll see Alex Rocco, Garrett Fisher, and Nick Keller, the bottom of the Greeley Grays order here in the 5th. First pitch from Kowalski, a breaking ball that drops in for strike 1. Grays struck for 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 1st. That's how they have that 6-0 lead. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball there from Kowalski as he gets Rocco to chase out of the zone. That's 0-2.
This is going to serve as kind of a mulligan for
0-2, another breaking ball. This one popped high on the infield. Sorensen says he has it. Drifts over, makes the catch towards the right of the left side of the mound from our vantage point. And that's the first out.
This can serve as a mulligan for Ben Kowalski, starting off this inning facing the same 3 hitters as he did last inning, already off to a better start with the pop out to third.
Yeah, the Grays going all the way through the order against Kowalski last time up. First pitch to Fisher goes to the screen for ball 1. It was 3 straight base runners to start things against Kowalski from these bottom 3 guys in the 4th. 1-0. It's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Not all in Kowalski's fault. I mean, the hit from Rocco was just a knock. But then Fisher had an infield hit on a ground ball, and Keller got on an error. Fisher flies this one pretty deep out to left, but Blankenship's got a beat on it. And Doug makes the catch for the second out. So mulligan indeed so far for Ben Kowalski, as he's gotten the first 2 here in the 5th.
Blankenship, for a catcher, looking pretty comfortable out there in left field. We saw that spectacular diving catch he made to end the 3rd inning.
You can say it about all 3 of the Collegians catchers. All 3 of them are pretty athletic guys. And we've actually seen all 3 of them play the outfield at some point this season before tonight. They all run pretty well for a catcher. Not necessarily that stereotypical stocky catcher's build. 1-0 misses upstairs to Keller. I'd say all 3 of those guys are built more like an outfielder than a catcher. 1-0. In for strike 1. Keller, a similar build to these guys as he stands in, the 1-1. Line drive down the right field line. Long run for Pierce. He won't get there. Picks it up in front of the 320 sign down the line. Keller digging for 2. He'll get there with a 2-out double. And Nick Keller's got his first knock tonight. And a chance to tack on to this lead for Brady Miguel.
It was a great throw in from right field, by Hunter Pierce. Got over and cut that ball off in a hurry before it got to the wall. I don't think that Keller would have tried for 3 anyway, but certainly had no chance after the play made by Pierce.
First pitch, breaking ball that drops into Miguel. We've seen Kowalski go with the hook quite a few times here in this inning. I mean, I think he's thrown it more than he's thrown his fastball. 0-1. Another one that clips the zone. Strike 2 on Miguel. Here's a chance for Kowalski to maybe go with a fastball. Keep it out of the zone, of course, but if you can come up and in, I don't know. After seeing 2 breaking balls, Miguel might be a little swing happy at the heater. They set up outside, rather. Kowalski checks the runner. Here's his 0-2. It's a fastball, but way too far out of the zone for Miguel to even consider taking a hack. Now the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miguel slightly choked up on the bat. Down in the count 1-2. Here it comes. Fastball. Miguel pops this one high in the air, down the third base line. Sorensen avoids the runner, drifts over, makes the catch. That one spun a little bit on him at the end, but he stays with it for out number 3. So a much better inning on the hill for Ben Kowalski. He does allow the double, but it doesn't bug him any as he puts a 0 on the scoreboard for the Collegians here in the 5th. I'll try and answer back halfway through this one here in Boulder. 6-0, Greeley. Collegians down 6-0 here in the bottom of the fifth, and they'll try and get a rally from an unlikely place, the bottom of the order. Start with the 8-hole hitter Johnny Sukor against Alex Potter. And Johnny takes ball 1 low. And away we go with the last of the fifth. Sukor will be followed by Doug Blankenship and John Sorensen. 1-0 to the left-hander, and he drives one into right field. That's a base hit. A solid single for Johnny Sukor, and that's just the start the Collegians needed. Well, Johnny's 2 for 2 today, a couple of base hits. Certainly, I think his best offensive day as a Collegian thus far. He's on for Doug Blankenship. Doug hit one pretty well out to right, but it was run down by the right fielder Ryoko up against the fence. First offering to him, and Doug gets it in on the hands, popped up. This one will stay in the yard, and over to make the catch is the first baseman, Thomas Alexander. So Blankenship not long spent in the batter's box as he's gone on the first pitch he sees. And here's John Sorensen.
Now batting with the Collegians, John Sorensen.
John on the day, pair of strikeouts against Potter. First pitch, fastball, that's outside for ball 1. Sukor not much of a runner over there at first base. The 1-0 is upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Don't imagine we'll see him take off with a 6-0 deficit, but you never know. 2-0. Sorensen ropes this one foul. It was out of the zone, but he put a pretty good hack on it anyway. It was in front of it, and it's strike 1. So 2-1 on John Sorensen, as he goes by. Johnny Sukor out at first, though I guess Johnny would work in this instance as well. 2-1. John gets underneath of it, popping it into pretty shallow center field. In to grab it is Bailey. There's the second out.
And Sorensen knew he had a pitch to hit there. It was a loud sound off the bat, but he just got under it. Spiked his bat in the dirt on the way to first base. We'll see if Hunter Pierce can get a pitch to his liking and drive it somewhere in the alley with 2 outs.
Pierce, as with Sorensen before him, a pair of strikeouts against Potter. First pitch, breaking ball, misses around the neck. That's 1-0. In fact, the top 3 in the Collegian order, just the 1 hit against Potter. And doesn't sound too great, but then you realize the other 2 hits the Collegians have come from the man on base, Johnny Sukor, and that's it. Potter has really shut down this order as Pierce swings and misses at a fastball. Here's the 1-1. Fastball spiked in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, and up to second base goes Johnny Sukor. Now the task of getting him in just a little bit easier for Hunter Pierce. Wild pitch from Alex Potter. First one of those he's had today. Behind in the count, 2-1 to Hunter Pierce. Sukor dancing around at second. Here's the pitch. Pierce gets one to hit, but got underneath of it as he pops it high in the air out to right field. In to get it, Alex Rocco, and that will end the inning. So the Collegians get a man on against Potter in the inning, but again, Alex Potter just working himself out of danger. Nothing has seemed to bother him thus far. He's through 5 scoreless innings against these Collegians. 6-0 Greeley with the lead when we come back here on the Collegian Broadcast Network. Pitching change for Mark Goodman and the Boulder Collegians as we head into the 6th inning here from Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder. Greeley Grays up 6-0 over the Boulder Collegians, and Graham Gilchrist newly into the ball game out on the hill. Gilchrist works exclusively from the stretch. He'll see Grant Gorell to begin things. Working from the left side of the rubber. Ram comes set and delivers his first pitch. Fastball that misses inside for ball one. Ethan Jordan alongside Ryan Latica with you from Boulder. Glad to have you along, whether you're choosing to listen on Mixler or watch on YouTube. Certainly glad to have you aboard. 1-0. That misses low and outside. Pretty good looking pitch from Gilchrist, but it missed. 2 balls and no strikes.
I think the strike zone might have shrunk just a little bit there from what it started as.
The 2-0. Ground ball sharply hit through the hole into left field for a base hit. Scarell already his 3rd hit of the evening. He's 3 for 4. And he's aboard as the leadoff man in front of the heart of the order, starting with Dominic Signorelli.
Yeah, not a bad night so far Grant Gorell's putting together. 3 singles. He did strike out in the 2nd.
Signorelli having himself a good day at the yard as well. Double in the 4th, walk in the 1st for the 3-hole hitter. First pitch, a fastball that just misses inside. Pretty good pitch there from Gilchrist again, but he can't find the zone. It's ball 1.
See if Gilchrist can calm things down on the mound for the Collegians.
1-0. This one hit pretty well out to center, but Ungaro will track it back and make the catch for the first out. So Gilchrist has one retired here in the inning, and Thomas Alexander coming to the dish. Those of you at home, Graham Gilchrist making his 7th appearance of the year for the Collegians. 14 1/3 innings coming into this one, a 4.40 ERA. It's 9 strikeouts. The problem has been the walks, 11 of them. First pitch to Alexander is fouled back on a breaking ball. Strike 1.
I'm sure it sits better with Ben Kowalski that he was able to work that scoreless 5th inning, only gave up the 2-out double. But overall, 9 hits through the first 5 innings allowed by Collegians pitching.
0-1, that's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Final line for Kowalski, 2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 5 hits given up, and a strikeout. That 2nd inning much better than the 1st. The error didn't help him much in that 1st inning either. 1-1, it's outside. Back pick to first. Nolte has to lay out into foul territory to grab the back pick from Jake Given, but he secures it, so no harm done. And 2 balls and a strike on Thomas Alexander.
It's almost big trouble for the Collegians. Great read by Nolte to lay out and make sure that ball stayed in the infield.
2-1 from Gilchrist. Fastball that comes in on the hands of Alexander. He just does get the bat to it and pop it foul. It's 6 runs on 10 hits for Greeley. No runs on just 3 knocks for the Collegians. You mentioned Alex Potter has just run roughshod through the Collegian order thus far. Graham Gilchrist trying to keep it at just 6-0. Right-hander sets on the hill, checks the runner. Here's his 2-2. Ground ball to short, this could be 2. LeBeau will step on the bag himself, goes over to first, and it's the 6-3 double play to get Graham Gilchrist out of the inning. Good work by LeBeau and Gilchrist as they combine for that double play, and the Collegians move on to the bottom of the 6th, still down 6-0, looking for that first run when we come back here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. The last of the sixth from Boulder, Colorado. Boulder Collegians and the Greeley Grays. The Collegians in the home stretch here. First of their final 3 games of the 2020 season. 6-0 the lead for Greeley. Collegians will have the good part of their order up, though, starting with Joe Ungaro. Will be followed by Kade Nelson and Brennan Nolte against Alex Potter. Potter, well, he goes right back to work as he pumps strike 1 by Joe Ungaro. Continues to get ahead of hitters in the Collegian order. Comes the 0-1, breaking ball. Drops in nicely for strike 2. Potter working pretty quickly. We're flying through this game thus far. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball. Ungaro lines this one towards center, and it will fall in front of Bailey for a base hit. So stay hot, Joe Ungaro. After a couple of cooler days for Joe, he's right back to it. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Here's Kade Nelson. Nelson reached on an error in the first, then flew one pretty deep down the right field line. As we mentioned, it was hooking towards the corner, and it allowed Rocco to run it down out in right field. Gets a fastball and lines it right back up the middle. A hard hit ball there for Kade Nelson on a frozen rope out to center. And the first 2 Collegians reach here in the 6th inning, and perhaps some life for the long dormant Collegian offense.
Yeah, two of their 5 hits so far this game now coming in this inning. Good to see the Collegians becoming a little more aggressive at the plate against Alex Potter's fastball. Especially great job by Joe Ungaro despite falling behind 0-2, hanging tough and able to bloop one into center field, followed by that frozen rope off the bat of Nelson.
Brennan Nolte the batter now, and he watches a curveball right down the middle for strike 1. Not the pitch he was looking for from Potter there. 0-1 Nolte's way. It's a fastball that's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brennan today 0 for 2. Ground ball in the first, strikeout in the 4th. Got a chance to put the first Collegian run on the board. Potter's 1-1. A fastball that Nolte takes inside on the black for strike 2. Brennan yet to take the bat off the shoulder here in the AB. That will likely have to change. Potter's been all around the strike zone tonight, just 1 walk. Here he comes 1-2. Runner takes off from second. The pitch is high, and Joe Ungaro slides safe into third. The throw gets away. He's going to head for the plate, and he will score. The throw to third from Keller was nowhere near the bag and just into left field. No chance for the third baseman Signorelli to even make a play on it. And it's the first run of the game for Boulder. So credit Joe Ungaro with the steal of third, and then comes home on the E2.
And that's what you got to do sometimes when you're facing a pitcher you haven't been able to touch too much up at the plate. Got to try and force the aggressiveness in other ways. And that's exactly what Ungaro did. Thought that he would take a chance, try and steal third, and he's rewarded by the error from the catcher Keller.
On the air, Nelson moves up to second base. So he's still out there for Nolte, who gets way under a fastball and flies it high in the air out to center. Bailey's under it, hardly has to move from his post out there, and makes the catch for the first out. Now a big chance for Cherokee LeBeau here in his final game as a Collegian. Cherokee headed back home to Chicago tomorrow. Wish him luck, of course, at school this fall. Hopefully he gets to play some baseball come spring. But one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Cherokee LeBeau. He's got a chance to drive in a run. Here's the first pitch. Pops it foul and out of play for strike 1.
And we see these Collegians hitters becoming more aggressive early in the count. They've run into problems falling behind in deep counts against Alex Potter.
0-1. One's low. A ball and a strike.
We've seen that approach already rewarded twice to lead off the inning for Ungaro and Kade Nelson.
1-1 to LeBeau. Fastball that Cherokee pops high in the air, back behind the dish, but this one will drift out of play for strike 2. Nelson out there at second, not the swiftest runner on the Collegians team, but hey, I think he has 2 stolen bases this year. He's got some sneaky speed when he wants it. So don't be surprised if he's able to score on a base hit. 1-2 on LeBeau, 1 away in the Collegian 6th. Fastball's outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Collegians adding their first run here in this 6th inning. They trail it 6-1. We'll trying to make that just 6-2. He can find some outfield grass. Nelson is lead off of second base. 2-2 the count to Cherokee LeBeau. Here's the pitch from Potter. Breaking ball, sprayed foul wide of third. LeBeau just a little bit ahead of the bender. We'll do it again, 2-2. Jake Given will be next unless something strange happens. Comes the 2-2 one more time. And, well, never mind. That's fouled over to the Collegian dugout, and we'll do it again. A little disappointed in Tyler Mata there, and I think his teammates are as well. He's sitting outside the dugout, had a chance to pick that one barehanded, but instead just bailed out of the way. And he'll hear about that from the guys in the dugout. But 2-2 here on LeBeau. Runner at second, 1 away. Potter out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and Cherokee cranks it far down the left field line, but foul. He got a hold of it, but he was out in front, and we'll do it once more, 2-2.
That was a high fastball that he was really able to square up pretty well. Went up the ladder pretty far and was still able to fight that one off.
Comes the next 2-2. Fastball swing and a miss, and after a long battle, Cherokee LeBeau is sat down here by Alex Potter.
And strikeout number 7 so far tonight for Alex Potter.
It's one of the numbers you can look at to see how good he's been so far. Now Jake Given the last chance to try and drive in that run. Breaking ball. Jake takes it outside for ball 1.
Just wore down Cherokee LeBeau in that last at bat. Finally got him on that fastball up and in.
Yeah, LeBeau worked 7 pitches, but nothing to show for it. Nelson takes off from second, swing and a miss from Given, and the throw nearly gets away from Signorelli as he has to leap high to grab it. But Nelson safe at third base, and, well, I don't know if I love that steal from Kade. 2 outs, what's the point? But he's got another stolen base on his record.
Just trying to force the issue. They almost forced another throwing error into left field by Keller.
1-1, that's upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. I suppose a wild pitch would score the run now, but it's not like Alex Potter has been spiking it a whole lot. 2-1, fastball blown by Jake Given. I mean, he was really late on that one, and it's 2-2. Potter reached back for a little extra right there. See what he goes with here on 2-2. Another fastball. Given flies it down the right field line, but that one will get into the parking lot. So another 2-2 coming here to Jake Given. Runner at third, 2 away, 6-1, the lead for the Greeley Grays in this 6th inning. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball that just missed the zone. Potter had taken a couple of extra steps towards the first base dugout, but it missed, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch on the way from Alex Potter. Breaking ball called, strike 3. The 8th K of the day for Potter, and he works through the 6th inning with just the 1 run given up as he limits the damage after allowing the first 2 guys on in the inning. So 6-1 Greeley. Collegians finally break the seal, but can't do much more than that. 7th inning on tap here from Boulder. 6-1 Greeley.
Graham Gilchrist back out there for his second inning of work. Faced the minimum in the top of the 6th inning. Ryan McCown standing in, first pitch missing down low and inside for ball 1. McCown has struck out twice. He was hit by a pitch to force in a run in the first inning. So 0 for 2 officially. Here's the 1-0 and a little check swing foul down the third baseline. And the count runs even. Gilchrist was assisted by a 6-3 double play off the bat of Thomas Alexander to get him out of the 6th inning. Leadoff single didn't hurt him. Here's the 1-1. That one misses down low for ball 2. Collegians have broken the seal. They still trail it by 5. 6-1 as we stand here in the 7th inning. 2-1 is in there for a called strike 2. Good placement on the fastball. On the outside edge. See if Gilchrist can put him away here. Here's the 2-2. And this one is hit on the ground to short for Cherokee LeBeau. He's over a couple strides and makes a good throw over to first base to Brendan Nolte. And McCown is the first casualty here in the 7th inning. Second straight ground ball to short induced by Gilchrist going back to the last inning.
Yeah, that last one a double play that got him out of the 6th. Looking to work another quick inning, try and get the Collegians back on the bats.
First pitch to Jace Bailey is fouled down the first base line. Six to 1, Boulder still trails here in the 7th inning. The 0-1 on its way. In there for a called strike 2. I'm Ryan Ladica, joined by Ethan Jordan in the booth. This is Ethan's last game with us this summer. Heading back down to Phoenix, Arizona. The 0-2 is driven down the right field line. This one will hit just off the top of the wall. And it looks like that will be.
And the Grays are signaling home run. I thought it went off the screen behind the wall. Cherokee LeBeau signals he thinks it's an out. And now the umpires are going to talk about it.
At first glance, I thought that it hit off of that round kind of yellow topping to the fence.
I thought it was just above that off that screen. That screen is awfully close to the fence. That new screen they put out there, left center down the rest of the way to the right field line to protect the swimming pool they're building. I thought almost for sure that was out of here, but it's not up to us. It's above our pay grade.
And we'll see what the umpires decide. It looks like it will be ruled a double. And the Greeley Grays coaching staff is going to come out and argue with the home plate umpire. Getting a little animated here.
I don't blame him too much. We don't have instant replay here in the RMBL, though I guess we have video of it. Though I don't think we have a way to go back and take a look. The part of this is it's the 7th inning. I get it. Anything can happen. It's baseball, but you're up 6-1. You got your leadoff, or you got a guy on second with one away. It's a non-league game. I don't know.
Not only that, your starter's been dealing.
And I get it. You want to win every game, and you're the Grays. Their season just started, and you want to get off to a hot start. But it's a non-league game. It's not like they called it an out. And I think everybody will, at the end, be satisfied here as they return to their usual posts.
So a one-out double off the bat of Jace Bailey, and that'll bring Alex Rocco back to the plate. First pitch from Gilchrist is on the low and outside corner for strike 1. Rocco 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. That all occurred in the 4th. Here's the 0-1 runner, takes off from third. Pitch is inside for ball 1. No throw to third base, and Bailey takes third uncontested.
Yeah, a few things working against Jake Given there. Good jump from Bailey. He got a breaking ball, and there's a right-handed batter at the plate.
So runner on third now with one out. The 1-1 is in almost the same spot as the first pitch strike. Called strike 2. Greeley trying to push their 7th run across. Here's the 1-2. And that one just misses down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rocco. Gilchrist ready, the 2-2. And Rocco will drive this one out to left field. That'll drop for a base hit. Coming in to score easily is Bailey. Rocco takes the big turnaround first, but wisely stops there. It's an RBI single, and that run does score. It is now 7-1 Greeley.
Yeah, quick wrist there from Rocco at the plate as he was able to just turn on an inside fastball, muscle it out to left, and dropped it in front of Blankenship. Didn't try and do too much, just the simple single right there.
Now runner on first with 1 out. And Garrett Fisher standing in. Fisher swings at the first pitch and lines it foul down the left field line. So a double and a single have netted Greeley their 7th run. They get the run right back from the bottom of the 6th inning. Their 6-run lead is back intact. Here's the 0-1. And this one is hit on the ground up the middle, and a sliding attempt made by Sukor, but it goes by him. And moving up to third is Rocco, and Fisher attempted for second base, and he was thrown out.
Well, that was a wild sequence of events. So Johnny Sukor, he didn't just miss that ball, he overran it. Trying to play it in between, right by the second base bag, he ran by it. That's why he slid to try and stop his momentum. And the throw went to third, safe there. And Fisher, probably pretty smartly, decided to try and take advantage and just got thrown out on a bang-bang play.
So now runner on third with 2 outs, and standing in is the 9-hole hitter Nick Keller. Officially 8-5-6 on the putout on Garrett Fisher. Got a little too greedy. Here's the 0-1. And now Keller flies this one out to shallow left field, and that will drop just beyond the reach of Sorensen. It's an RBI single. And Greeley now leads at 8-1.
That's got to be frustrating for Gilchrist. He threw a good pitch that Keller didn't get almost any of. I mean, he barely got that off the end of the bat. Probably stung the hands a little bit, but he just dropped it into shallow left field, and Doug Blankenship's playing pretty deep out there. He had no chance to get it. I don't think he saw it either. He was shaking his head with that sunlight streaming in.
Now back to the top of the order in Brady Miguel. First pitch misses for ball 1. Yeah, Blankenship still shielding his eyes from the sun with his glove. The shadow of the press box has not yet quite made it out to him yet. Now Miguel fouls the 1-0 off. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And in what's become a pretty prominent trend we've seen tonight, all 4 hits that Gilchrist has given up in the inning, 3 out of the 4 hits he's given up in the inning, he's been ahead of the batter. The Collegians have gotten ahead tonight. That has not been their issue. They just haven't been able to put anyone away.
So 1-1 on Miguel, and he chops this one foul up the first base side.
Mark Goodman, for the 8 runs on the board, he can't be too upset with his pitchers. I mean, his thing he always preaches is throw strikes, don't walk guys. Collegians have only walked 1 batter in the whole game. But the Grays have done a good job of attacking good pitches to hit while fouling off ones that weren't so much.
Now here's the 1-2, and this one is chopped weakly up the middle to Sukor at second, and he'll bobble it now. And everybody will be safe.
Yeah, Sukor has not looked particularly comfortable over at second base this evening. Some overrun the ball earlier this inning, and I think that's his second, maybe his third error. in just a second. But still, he has not looked himself over there. I think he's a natural third baseman, though he's mostly been in DH for the Collegians.
So now first and second, still with 2 outs for Grant Garrell. First pitch is right there for strike 1. Yeah, no good way to put that. Sucor just flat out missed that one.
And that was slowly hit as they come. I mean, that was 1,000% routine, but it happens.
The 0-1 on its way from Gilchrist, missing high and inside.
And this sounds strange to say, but in an 8-1 ball game, the Collegians pitching has done a fairly decent job. They've been bitten by some bad luck, a lot of softly hits, and just nothing has really gone their way.
The 1-1 down low and in the dirt.
When you go back to even the first inning with Zach Given, he gets 2 runners on with 1 out, but then gets a perfect double play ball to Cherokee LeBeau that's kicked by the umpire. That's a hit. Then he hits a guy with 2 strikes on a pitch that just seemed to slip. Just nothing going right.
2-1 missing down low and inside, and the count goes to 3-1 on Garrell.
I mean, take a look at Gilchrist this inning. He's been ahead of batters. 2 of those hits have been just dumped into left field. Nothing really hit hard. And gets another error behind him.
The 3-1 swinging is Garrell out to deep right center field. Giving chase is Pierce, and he will have to play it off the wall. Coming in to score is Keller, and Miguel is right behind him. It is a 2-run double off the bat of Grant Garrell, and Greeley has blown this one wide open. It is now 10-1.
And that error hurting a little extra here.
Miguel scoring all the way from first base. That was stung out into the right center field gap. Hunter Pierce did all he could, but no chance he or Ungaro is going to run that one down. And now Cingarelli standing in, taking the first pitch for strike 1. Now if you're Gilchrist, you got to be careful with the 10-run rule after 7 innings. If he allows this 11th run to score, Boulder will be down to its final 3 outs. He's ahead. Cingarelli 0-2, though. 15 hits surrendered to Greeley. Here's the 0-2. And Cingarelli pops this one behind home plate and out of play. Foul. The count will remain where it is. Gilchrist desperately trying to get this third out. Here's the 0-2. And this one is stung out to center field. Ungaro started in, and it's over his head. Coming in to score easily will be Grant Garrell, and trying for third is Cingarelli. The throw in is not in time. It's an RBI triple. And Greeley now leads it by 10. It is 11-1.
That ball was hard hit by Signorelli, no doubt, but Ungaro just totally misplayed it. He took 3 steps in on a ball that one-hopped the wall. And center field, again, that's just not Joe Ungaro's spot. He does a solid job out in right, but he just doesn't get the reads out there in center the same way. And that will do it tonight for Ram Gilchrist.
Looks like it'll be Will Bratton taking the ball for the Collegians, trying to get this elusive third out here in the top of the 7th inning. But 5 runs already home for the Greeley Grays. We'll take a break as we let Gilchrist warm up. Excuse me, Bratton. And Greeley opening up an 11-1 lead. We'll be right back on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Will Bratton taking the mound from Graham Gilchrist with a runner on third, trying to get this elusive third out. And here comes Thomas Alexander to the plate. First pitch is chopped foul into the screen near the third base dugout. No balls and one strike on Thomas Alexander, who is 2 for 4 so far tonight. Single and a triple on his ledger. Here's the 0-1. And chopped foul at home plate. Will Bratton quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. The sun has completely set now. Looks like behind the flat irons, at least enough to take the shadows away. It is now much easier for Boulder's defenders. Here's the 0-2. And fouled away. 11-1. The Greeley Grays lead Boulder. 5 runs home here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the 0-2. And chopped on the ground to third. Sorensen lays out for it, but it's past him into left field, and another run will come in to score. RBI single for Thomas Alexander. 6 runs now home here in the 7th inning.
Well, that closes the book on Graham Gilchrist now. So you can take a look at his final line. 1 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, just 2 of them earned against Graham. And to my point, just not a fortunate night for Gilchrist on the hill.
Now Ryan McCown standing in. First pitch is bounced to the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. McCown standing in for the second time this inning. Led off the frame with a ground out to shortstop. So you can bet he's trying not to make 2 outs in the same inning. If he does, you can be sure he'll hear about it from his teammates. He swings at the 1-0 and lines it into left field, a base hit. Coming in is Blankenship to retrieve it. And the line just keeps moving for Greeley. It'll now be Jace Bailey's turn once again, the 11th man to hit so far this inning.
The Collegians haven't gotten a batter out since McCown led off the inning. They threw a guy out on the base paths, but that's been the only other out. They're cruising through the order here for Greeley.
First pitch to Bailey. On the outside edge, called strike 1. 12-1, Greeley leads Boulder.
Yeah, they've gone through the order, everybody getting on base. 9 straight guys have reached against the Collegians.
Here's the 0-1, and before the 0-1, Bratton will chase Alexander back to the second base bag. Here's the 0-1 from Bratton. And swing and a deep drive out to right field. Going back is Hunter Pierce, and that ball is gone. A 3-run homer off the bat of Jace Bailey. And Boulder just cannot escape this 7th inning.
Have yourself an inning, Jace Bailey, a double and a home run.
Now 15-1, 9 runs home here in the 7th inning.
And I'm having shades of that Hayes game out here a couple of weeks ago.
Alex Rocco standing back in. He swings at the first pitch. Low in the dirt.
Well, Greeley still has 3 runs to go before they get to that mark, but geesh.
Here's the 0-1 from Bratton. Bounce to the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. And Bratton once more a strike away from escaping this inning.
The one slight silver lining is that Bratton, who is more comfortable from the windup, can work out of it now after the home run.
1-2 is a curveball hit on the ground to third. Sorensen over to cut it off, and mercifully the inning comes to an end. But 9 runs across for the Greeley Grays here in the top of the 7th inning. We will head to the bottom half of the 7th. Boulder now down to its final 3 outs. We'll be right back on the Collegians Broadcast Network.
Collegians in need of 4 runs to keep this one going as we head to the bottom of the 7th from Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder. Hi again, everybody. Ethan Jordan and Ryan Latica along with you. And they'll turn to their hottest hitter tonight, Johnny Sukor, to get things started. He's 2 for 2, pair of singles for Sukor out of the 8-hole. He'll face a new pitcher. Mitchell Trinka has come on to relieve Alex Potter. He's popped high in the air out to very shallow left field. Over to make the catch is the shortstop Brady Miguel. And there's the first out of the inning. Trinka, left-handed pitcher out of Regis University. Big, tall, lanky left-hander out there on the hill. And now he'll see Doug Blankenship. Boulder down 15-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They're certainly glad Alex Potter is gone, as he was terrific tonight for Greeley. First pitch to Doug Blankenship is high for ball 1. Final line for Potter, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs. Misses, 2-0 on Blankenship. Oh, by the way, he struck out 8 in 6 innings too. Alex Potter, a heck of a performance tonight for Greeley. 2-0 to Doug Blankenship, that's outside, and Doug's way ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0, fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. Blankenship never was going to swing, I think. Had the take sign on. The 3-1, swing and a miss. A changeup on 3-1 from Trinka. And Blankenship has the count even, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2, ground ball to third. Takes a kind of a funny hop on Signorelli, but he stays with it and fires over to first to get Blankenship. Kind of spun back towards the line, and Signorelli had to reach up over his head to grab it, but he makes a nice play, and there are 2 down. So the Collegians, their last chance tonight is John Sorensen. He's 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Left on left against Mitchell Trinka. First pitch. High for ball 1. The 1-0. Fastball, that's low. 2 balls and no strikes. So Trinka falls behind another batter. Didn't bother him any against Blankenship. See what Sorensen can do. The 2-0, a fastball popped up behind the plate and it'll get out of play. Balls and a strike now to Collegian third baseman. Here comes the 2-1 to John Sorensen. Fastball low. Sorensen ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Greeley looking to go above 500 here in 2020. They're 3-3, looking for win number 4. 3-1. Sorensen cuts at it and fouls it away, and the count's full. This has certainly been Greeley's best game thus far. No surprise. 3-2, breaking ball in the dirt, 4-4. When you have a guy come out and deal for 6 innings and then you put 15 runs on the board, it's probably going to be your best game of the season, especially on the young one for Greeley. It is. They made a statement here tonight in Boulder. Hunter Pierce up to the dish, 2 away, and a runner at first. First pitch to Pierce. That's low in the dirt, 4-1. Drink out of Regis University, and you know who I just saw online today was J.J. Reeves, a player for the Collegians last year, also from Regis. The 1-0. Fastball in for a strike. So the count even at 1 here on Hunter Pierce. A runner on, 2 away. Collegians down 15-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Keep in mind the 10-run rule after 7. 1-1. It's low, 2 balls and a strike, and we'll let you do the math on that one. It's 15 runs on 19 hits for Greeley. Remember, the Collegians have only walked 1 tonight. Makes this even that much more impressive, I think, for Greeley. 2-1. Pierce flies one down the right field line. Over is Royko. He settles under it, makes the catch. And that's the ball game here tonight in Boulder as the Greeley Grays win it 15-1. A 9-run 7th inning. The big difference that allows this one to end early.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make a quick announcement and recognize a couple of people
And well,
for the Collegians. Over the last 2 seasons,
not the night you want for the Collegians as they are at fall 15-1.
that we have put out over the last 2 years. Please, let's recognize 2 of the guys that make it happen. The guy behind the camera, Mitch Sanchez.
And hold on a moment, just a moment recognizing our producer, Mitch Sanchez here from Matt Jensen. He's in his final game as well.
Maybe once he's in the bigs, he'll come and say hi to us. But doing the play-by-play and color commentary over the last 2 years, please put your hands together for Ethan Jordan. Best broadcast in the country right here, folks, and it's on YouTube. Check it out. Thanks, Ethan. Except for today's game. Don't check that out.
All right, our final tonight in Boulder, 15-1. The Collegians fall to the Greeley Grays, and not much to speak of for the Collegians tonight. Yeah, I think you said this our last game, Ryan. That's your good old-fashioned blowout.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it all. The Boulder Collegians only issued 1 walk tonight, so Boulder Collegians only issuing 1 walk tonight, and Greeley just came out and dominated in all facets of the game. Really made sure to earn this win tonight. And Boulder just kind of running into the buzzsaw that was Alex Potter. 8 strikeouts, only allowing the one run through 6 innings. And then Mitch Trenka coming in, cleaning it up, issues the 2-out walk, but no damage done there.
Yeah, what else can you say about Alex Potter? He was on fire tonight. He was terrific. Hats off to him. But the Collegians, you know what? Zach Gibbon in his final appearance for the Collegians, I know he had the trouble in the first inning. I don't know if it was all his fault. He finishes it up with struck out the side in the second and then a good 3rd inning. And so hats off to Zach. He's been the Collegians' best pitcher this year. And again, another fine performance this evening. And then things just kind of fell apart in the 4th and, well, even more so in the 7th when the wheels just completely came off. But it's another loss for the Collegians. They'll try and regroup and get going again. Well, when you're not calling the games, when it's your last game, you don't really pay as much attention to the schedule. When is that next game, Ryan?
Thursday night at 6 p.m. back here at Scott Carpenter Park. I'll be by myself bringing you that one, as well as Boulder's last game of the year on Friday.
Yeah, so 2 more for the Collegians against the Colorado Cyclones. Hopefully they can get another little win streak going for the end of the season. But they have bounced back nicely from that 9-game losing streak. winning the last few. They had a good end to the RMBL season, but have faced a couple of tough teams here in interleague play, and they fall tonight 15-1. But that'll just about do it for us here tonight. But before I get going, a couple of thank yous to give here in my final game. First of all, thank you to Ryan Latica, being a great broadcast partner this season. It sure beats having to do double plays by myself. No, that he's been terrific, and I'm so happy. I sent him a text out of the blue. Hey, man, are you in Colorado? He said, I'm still here. Let's do it. And I really appreciate you making the drive up every day, Ryan, to come do these games with me. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course. And funny story, I didn't even know Ethan until I had met him up here for our first game. Yeah, we both go to the same school down at Arizona State. He just reached out, knew I did play-by-play, and kind of reached out. But yeah, it's been a blast doing these games with you, man. And I wish you all the best of luck down in Arizona this upcoming semester.
Appreciate that. Ryan will take you the rest of the way through the season. Another big thank you to last year's broadcast partner, Jake Shapiro. Well, for always keeping me on my toes and helping me loosen up in the broadcast booth. Always had a fun time when Jake's up here, and certainly learned a lot from him, and I really appreciate him sharing the booth with a college kid last year and help make this what it is today. And thank you to Matt Jensen. He does it all here for the Collegians, the owner and president of Boulder. He's the reason the season even happened this year. He's up here in the booth. Matt just does a terrific job, works his ass off. Oh, I just said that on air. Oops. Oh well, it's true though.
We don't have someone bleeping it out. Hey, you guys did a fantastic job this year. I want to thank both of you and all of our listeners. Really appreciate all our fans. We're going to try and do this again. Hopefully we can find some nice replacement for you guys to fill some really, really big shoes. Thank you guys so much, especially Ethan over the last few years. I'm going to get emotional, but I really, really am grateful to have had you, man. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate it from you, Matt. I mean, this thing, the Boulder Collegians, exists because of Matt Jensen and local baseball. Hey, I guess that's the final message. Support local baseball. Guys like Matt Jensen making this stuff happen, giving these kids a chance to play over the summer. I call them kids. They're older, the same age as me, but giving these guys a chance to play over the season and giving us a chance to broadcast it. I mean, this stuff just doesn't happen easily, and Matt really does make it happen, and I appreciate him giving me the opportunity to get behind the mic for this team. I mean, all right, quick story time. I called games in the league for the Arvada Colts in high school, and they no longer exist, but I did. And my first ever game was here in Boulder, and this was not when there was no coronavirus, so it was popping. There was well over 200 people were here. It was the first night at the game of the season. I said, wow, is this what the RMBL is? This is cool. I mean, sitting up here in this press box as a high schooler, I was like, wow, this team is cool, man. And then out of the blue, I emailed Matt. I said, hey, you looking for a broadcaster this season? I didn't really find another job. He said, let's do it. And so I'm grateful to him and Jake Shapiro for putting me on here with the Collegians. But most of all, grateful to you. We couldn't do this without you. You are the reason we do this. So totally appreciate you guys tuning in each and every night, even if this is your first broadcast. Glad to have you along with us here from Boulder. And a special thank you to Steven Strauber and Samantha Greening for donating to our Venmo tonight. Helps keep us going, support us through the season, make this broadcast even better. Well, that's all I got. Hopefully somewhere down the line we'll get to talk to you guys again. But final one for me here from Boulder. Collegians win it. Well, Collegians fall 15-1. For my broadcast partner in the booth, Ryan Latica, I'm Ethan Jordan. We'll talk to you somewhere down the road. Good night.